Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a delayed reaction. Oh my God.
Welcome to another episode of UFO.
Oh, snap.
Thanks for the assist. UFO Snap. I'm Jake.
I'm Lindsay.
And we are back again without delay.
No.
Thankfully.
Right into it.
No gap.
No gap.
Like we previously had. We're not going to talk about that. But we're back, gap-free, and we're ready to go. And today's a fun one. I'm excited about today's.
I am too, because I have no fucking idea what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, I mean, there's... Let me just clear that up here. Oh, let me clear all this shit up here. Okay. Today, we are... Well, let's just get into it.
Let's do it. Jump right in.
Our story begins in 1958.
1958.
Yeah, we got to go back a little bit. Because we got to talk about the establishment of the North American Air Defense Command, better known as NORAD. Or the people that track Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah, they do that, don't they?
They do that. They track Santa. And, but they actually track the skies. Right? It's a whole big group.
Whole big thing.
Their mission was to provide early warning and defense against potential threats, including Soviet bombers,
Missiles, yeah.
missile launches. But NORAD's gaze would soon extend beyond North American skies. It monitors now the entire planet.
Okay.
Right? So it was established in 1958. But that's not where our story's at.
Oh.
We're going to fast forward to the early hours of January 13th, 1996.
That's a jump.
It's a jump. NORAD contacts Brazilian Air Defense with an urgent message. An identified object has entered Earth's atmosphere, approximately 200 miles northeast of Sao Paulo. The object, unidentified. Its origins, unknown. The object crashes near the town of Varginha, Brazil.
It crashed.
Now, Varginha is a city in the southern region of the Brazilian state of Minas Gerais. I can't pronounce this shit.
That's fine.
The
That's okay. Just keep it going.
The Brazilian Army and Air Force scramble to reach the crash site. But they're not the first ones there.
Ooh.
Before the military can secure the area, local residents report sightings of strange creatures.
Creatures?
One such sighting comes from a college student who describes a creature with oily, dark brown skin, small hands, with 3 long fingers, and standing between 4 or 5 feet tall.
It's E.T.
The creature's hairless, unclothed, appeared frightened and in pain.
Aw.
The student, startled by the sight, runs away, of course, leaving the creature behind. Now, here's the thing. What do we always say with these stories? How many eyes have how many contact points?
Yes, verification points. How many? What was there?
So far, you got to keep tally with this story.
You got NORAD.
You got NORAD, who reached out to the Brazilian Army and Air Force, who are on their way. Now
you have a college student.
Now you have a student that saw this thing, okay? And then, a few blocks away, 3 young women, 3 little girls, encounter a similar creature. They
just out for an evening stroll, this alien was.
Well, it came from the crash.
Oh, man.
So this thing crashed. These women described this as having a large head with 3 bumps or ridges, large red eyes, and a slim, frail body. The creature also hairless and unclothed. The women feel an overwhelmingly sense of fear, but also picked up on the creature's own fear and pain. They quickly leave the area, but the image of the creature forever etched in their minds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they actually went and talked to an artist.
There's a drawing.
There's a drawing. And I'm going to show it to you right now.
Oh my god. That's nightmare. That's a nightmare.
You can see this image
But
in the
it
show
is,
notes.
I mean, once you get past the burning devil red eyes, it's a little sympathetic looking. You know, it's hunched over.
Yeah.
It looks
Scared.
It's got a small downturned mouth and big eyes, and yeah, it looks slightly pathetic.
It really looks like the gray alien.
Mm-hmm. It does.
It looks like the gray alien, but with brown skin and red eyes instead of gray skin and black eyes.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, have you ever looked into it like a cat's eyes when the light is just right? Like that shit. I mean, red eye. Hello,
Yeah.
people. I know people forgot what red eye is because
the camera just takes it out.
because AI just takes it out, so people don't realize that red eye is even a thing anymore. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now we have 3 more people that fucking talk about this thing.
So we have two official verification points and
Yep.
2 civilian verification points.
Yep.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the military is hard at work gathering the wreckage from the crash site. The site is a mess of twisted metal and debris scattered across a wide area. The soldier, clad in protective suits, of course, carefully comb through the wreckage, collecting fragments, of whatever they can find. Among the debris, they find fragments of an unknown material. It's unlike anything they say they've ever seen before. The fragments are lightweight, yet incredibly strong, resisting all attempts to bend or break it. They have a strange metallic sheen that seems to change color depending on the angle of the light. Some of the fragments are covered in a series of symbols or markings, the likes of which none of the soldiers recognize. Now,
Question.
yeah.
And this is something that I would kind of think that I kind of thought about the Roswell crash as well. Okay, we talk about how they find this material that is indestructible and really tough. Well, then why is the craft in pieces? Why did it explode if it's made out of this indestructible material? Like, what happened?
Good question. Now, it's funny you mention that,
Okay.
because this description may sound eerily familiar
Yeah.
to those who have studied the infamous Roswell incident.
Mm-hmm.
In both cases, witnesses described finding debris of an unknown, seemingly indestructible material
Yes.
marked with unidentified symbols. The striking similarities have led, of course, people to refer to this Varginha incident as the Brazilian Roswell.
Okay.
Yep. But that's a good point. And I wonder if it's not because the fact that, like, the material itself, maybe it is indestructible, or maybe it
Yeah.
is destructible, but it takes a lot.
It takes a lot.
Like it falling at fucking high speeds
Yeah.
through the atmosphere and crashing and blowing apart. But
Yeah.
like us just trying
Messing with it.
can't do it.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
It does make more sense, but it's just like
Because it has to be lightweight and withstand, space and all that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
It's a good thought.
It's a thought.
They say fragments from Varginha are carefully packaged and sent to a nearby military base for further analysis. Scientists, I guess, worked tirelessly to determine the nature of the materials. They conducted a series of tests, subjecting the fragments to extreme heat, cold, pressure, but the material remained unidentified. The symbols or markings on the fragments are also a mystery, with no known language or code matching anything. I wonder if it's one of those things where, like, we don't possess anything that can fuck the shit up, but something within itself can fuck the shit up.
Like some kind of malfunction.
Or like maybe whatever the energy is, or, it could cut itself kind of a thing. You know what I
Okay,
mean? Because if you think about it, right, like maybe it's some weird level of atomic hardness, kind of like diamond, like nothing can get diamond but diamond kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's some weird thing where, like, nothing we have can fuck it up, but, like, it itself could fuck itself up if you crushed it to each other. So, like, if they took it and wielded it and,
Yeah. No, I mean, no, that if you're buying into everything, that's a way to explain that. Yeah.
Well,
it is. And
I think as you go through the story, you have to buy into it and then look at the story afterwards.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it's just looking at all avenues of like what questions would anyone bring up and and how those factor in.
Absolutely. And then, so despite their best efforts, the scientists are unable to determine the origin or the composition of the material, as if it came from another world, a technology far beyond our understanding.
Yeah.
The fragments are eventually locked away at a secure facility, their secrets remaining untold. No one knows past that point.
But did they come out with a secret balloon? Does Brazil have a secret balloon?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So as the sun rises, casting a long shadow over the town of Varginha. I love that. Sounds dirty.
It sounds very dirty.
Hey, you want to go to Varginha? Excuse me, sir. Can I come into Varginha?
God.
Like if they have like a border patrol. You're like, sir, may I have permission to enter Varginha? Oh, wait, I didn't realize you owned it. Oh, sorry, can I have permission to come in your Varginha? I didn't know you owned Varginha.
He is the mayor of Virginia.
You the mayor of Varginha?
You love Virginia so much, why don't you marry it?
Oh, yeah. What are those people up there doing on that building? Oh, they're putting wax on. They're waxing your Virginia. Well, I do like a good wax Virginia. So.
Well, the Amazon is burning down, so it's working itself to bear.
Nothing more than a lovely burnt Virginia. So as the sun rises casting a long shadow over the town of Varginha, the military expands their search beyond the crash site. The town's on its edge, of course. Whispers of strange events from the night before circulating amongst the residents.
You got a bunch of government people poking around,
like
asking
a ton
questions.
This isn't like a one and done thing, right? Like, I mean, this is a real thing that upset the entire town. It's not gonna just stop the next day. The military, with their stern faces and hurled movements, of course, only added to the growing sense of unease. The soldiers are looking for survivors, but not the human kind. They're looking for the creature that have been spotted by the local residents. These creatures, described as being around 4 or 5 feet tall, oily dark brown skin, the large red eyes, have already been in the town, hiding in shadows and alleyways. So this ship must have got really fucked up. These guys are like running, right? One such creature is found in a small grassy area near the center of town. It's hurtled against a wall, seemingly frightened and in pain. Sounds like the one that the girls found.
Yeah.
The soldiers approach it cautiously, their weapons at the ready. Now, the creature doesn't resist as they capture it. Its large red eyes watching them with a mix of fear and curiosity is how it's been described. Another creature is found hiding in a barn on the outskirts of town. This one more aggressive, hissing and baring its teeth at soldiers. This one has teeth, apparently.
Damn.
It takes several soldiers to subdue the creature and transport it to a nearby military hospital. Now, keep a list. How many fucking touch points we have here. Now, at the hospital, the creatures are examined by a team of doctors and scientists. They're unlike any species known on Earth. The biology and physiology is a mystery. The creatures are kept in isolation.
So I'm assuming they took tissue samples, blood. They drew blood, maybe, possibly hair samples or something.
Yeah. They definitely took x-rays.
Yeah.
They definitely took x-rays because there's a lot of eyewitness accounts that's come forward, but they're in shadow, right? Like they don't want to reveal who they are because they're fucking scared because of this thing became a big cover-up. But like the tech, the fucking x-ray tech himself came forward and talked about like what they did and all this shit. So, I mean, at the hospital, you know, it was like unlike anything that they've ever seen, of course. Despite their best efforts, the medical team, the creature's health rapidly deteriorates.
It just boggles my mind. Like, imagine this is just this is a military hospital, just a regular hospital. Does it say?
It's a regular hospital, I believe, because there isn't a military hospital there.
Yeah, so you go into a regular hospital. You're a doctor working the fucking night shift, and all of a sudden, these soldiers bring in this thing.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I think I would have a much stronger reaction.
Well, so here's
than what they're describing.
Well, no, so there's a movie out there. It's a documentary that's probably one of the best that I've seen. This guy, James Fox. It's called Moment of Contact. It's on Tubi for free.
Tubi. It's a great place.
It's so good. This guy goes to Brazil and talks to all of these people. Like, I'm talking, you know, tens and tens of people. I mean, people, the guy who found the crash, talking to the doctors, talks to some military personnel, talks to families, talks to all kinds of people. And it's convincing as shit.
Yeah.
It's convincing. I mean, they go to where the crash happened. They go to where they interview the 3 girls that we just talked about.
Okay.
They interview all kinds of people. It is insane. It is insane. The X-ray tech said that they told them what to X-ray, and then they didn't even get a chance to verify that the X-rays came out. They immediately took
got
it
them out
and
there.
then left. Yep. Yep. The fate of those people, like, no one knows what ever really happened past that point, because there's
where they ended up. But some were still, but they were alive.
Yeah.
These weren't bodies. They were alive.
I guess one was dead. I think dead. The one that but then there was another one. So there's more.
Okay.
There's more.
Okay. All right.
It gets crazy.
It gets crazy.
So in the day, yeah.
It's already crazy.
In the days following the crash, the town of Varginha is thrown into chaos. Now, reports of the strange creatures and the military activity flood in. Rumors, of course, like wildfire, spread. And the town becomes a hotbed for UFO enthusiasts and conspiracy theorists. Now, in the aftermath of the incident, a chilling pattern begins to emerge. Several individuals who reportedly came in direct contact with creatures started to fall ill.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Their symptoms are unusual and severe, including skin lesions, nausea, and rapid decline of overall health. Despite the best efforts of local doctors, these individuals pass away.
What? They fucking died?
Their deaths attributed to an unknown form of toxic poisoning.
From poisoning?
An unknown form of toxic poisoning, unlike anything they've ever seen.
Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
Did they die because they came in? Did this creature infect them somehow or poison them somehow? Or was it part of a cover-up? Like, let's get rid of these people because they're the ones that saw this thing. So they offed them.
Here is why I don't think that's it.
Okay.
Among these unfortunate individuals is a military policeman named Marcio L. Cherez. Cherez was one of the soldiers involved in the capture of one of these creatures.
Okay.
He was a military guy.
Okay.
They wouldn't kill the people involved in the ops. Okay. He was reportedly tasked with transporting the creature to the military hospital.
Okay, it was a military hospital.
Yep.
Okay.
Witnesses claim that Cherez handled the creature without wearing any protective gear, coming in direct contact with its skin. Just days after the incident, he falls ill. His condition rapidly deteriorates, baffling doctors. His symptoms are similar to those of other individuals who came in contact with the creature, leading many to believe that his illness is related to the incident.
To that incident.
Yeah. Now, despite best efforts of medical team, Cherez did pass away within a few weeks. The official cause of death is listed as pneumonia, but the circumstances surrounding his illness and death raise many questions. His family and friends, as well as who followed the incident, suspect his death was, of course, not due to natural causes.
Mm-hmm.
They believe that he was exposed to some form of toxic or alien substance from the creature, leading to his untimely death. His death, of course, adds another layer of mystery and controversy to the UFO incident in Virginia. Despite the official cause of death, the timing and circumstances of his illness and subsequent deaths have led to many to believe that there is a lot more to the story. However, with many aspects of the incident, definitive proof is just out of reach.
Because this is probably the closest close encounter that we've talked about. I mean, except for like Fire in the Sky guy, because he got taken aboard.
Yeah, Travis Walton.
Yep.
But
he never. He was. I mean,
he never got sick.
He never got sick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He never got sick.
So this is a new wrinkle.
This is a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely not the first time, though.
Okay.
Well, that I've heard of people getting sick or having adverse reactions to UFOs. There's a whole study through that was talked about through like OSAP in ATIP, where our military, our fighter pilots, Navy and Air Force that have come in close contact with these things, you know, for the different reportings and things, have talked about like getting sunburnt and, you know, a la Richard Dreyfuss.
Yes, in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, just the one side of his face.
Yeah, that kind of shit, I guess, like is happening.
Huh.
So
It's that beam.
It's the beam. Marge. Oh, there, Marge, it's the beam.
Oh, that good old beam.
Oh, it's the beam there and the UFO. It's the UFO and the beam there, Marge. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Fucking way crazy. There's a lot that's happened down in Brazil. And the thing about Brazil is like, I mean, they're a little more forthright about like, oh, okay, maybe this shit's real.
Yeah.
But then again, they're also sort of not. You know what I mean? Because they came in quick and scooped up. I mean, there's reports of this big ass military plane, but no one knows quite where from, came in and scooped up all this material and then hightailed ass out. And no one knows where the hell it went to. Probably went to S4.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, probably not, because that'd be after Bob Lazar.
No, it's very, very interesting, though. Because there's a lot of mystery in the Amazon. A lot of shit we don't know about the Amazon.
A lot. A lot. And, like, there were civilizations that lived within the Amazon that are, like, that were crazy advanced, and we don't quite know how. Like, that whole Amazon was set up for irrigation. Yeah. And, like, people don't know, like, how? Like, how did you fucking... What are you talking about, monkey people? Like, you know what I mean? They were hunter-gatherers in like, you know, in the rainforest. But they're fucking... They got a whole thing going on.
Yeah, civilization.
Yeah. It's stupid.
Get down with it.
We are a society. Get down with it. That's funny. Now, in regards to the Varginha, of course, the Brazilian military and government deny everything. And the incident is quickly shrouded in mystery and controversy. The Brazilian Minister of Defense, Nelson Jobim, publicly denies the existence of any documents related to the incident. However, of course, many believe the government's hiding the truth. Yeah. The Varginha UFO incident, referred to, of course, as Brazilian Roswell, remains one of the most compelling, controversial UFO cases in history, despite lack of physical evidence and some, of course, inconsistencies, which you'll have in witness testimony. The truth, as they say, is still out there. But, I mean, if you watch that moment of contact, all about this incident, it's a whole documentary about this one incident. Like, the mayor of Virginia is like, yeah, I think it happened. Like, they have him on tape being like, no.
Oops, I hit the microphone.
No.
Like,
it probably happened like that. I mean, and they got
I wouldn't put it past them.
They got like the guy, they found like the guy who initially like found the crash, and then like he talked about how the military like kicked him out of there, and so he took them to the crash site. They found Like they found a guy who drove a car for another guy who had like one of the bodies or something. And they tried to talk to him and he told them to get out of here. Otherwise he's going to shoot them.
Jesus.
Like he was way fucking paranoid about talking about this. It's like, well, why would he be that paranoid if it didn't happen? Like, why would you just be like, listen, guys, there's nothing to this. Just, you know, he was like scared to talk about it.
That's crazy. Cause just the level of exposure the event had to different people.
And it was a huge event. Like it was like news stories all over back in 96. Apparently
1996.
It was, if you go and you look it up, news stories all over covered it. Virginia, Brazil. Yeah. So kind of a weird one.
That is very weird. Especially that is a very interesting drawing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's yeah.
Yeah, if you guys got to look in the show notes for sure and see this picture.
Because the skin looks very. It looks like the same. It looks like E.T. just with a different head.
Yeah, the same E.T. skin.
Yeah.
With like a gray.
It was like a bigger head.
Like if E.T.'s head was like a gray alien.
And red eyes.
With red eyes and some bumps on his head. Yeah.
It's creepy.
Yeah. I don't know. It's really creepy. Have you ever heard of
It's like shiny.
Did you hear of this incident before?
No.
This one? That's good. It's good. It's good. I hope people out there has never heard of this one and they hear it and they're like, holy shit. And if you, of course, like I always say, if you want to hear and deep dive it and you want to really learn about it, check out on Tubi, Moment of Contact by director James Fox. James Fox also did the documentary that I've talked about a lot, The Phenomenon, which is a fantastic documentary about, I mean, they cover in that one, like the Australian school incident and all kinds of stuff in that one. That's a good one too. So check those out. Those are on the Tubi. If you want to learn more about the Varginha UFO incident, Varginha, the waxed Varginha. Anyways, well, that's all we got today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in. Be sure to check us out on all the socials, at UFO Snap and all the UFO snaps and snappity snap snap. And tell your friends. I'm Jake.
I'm Lindsay.
Goodbye.